Hello everybody, it is Steve and I am back, and today we're going to learn how to solve a 4x4 sliding puzzle. And a lot of the times you'll see these kind of puzzles, maybe it's a picture cut up into 15 squares that you gotta move around and make the picture look right. But in this particular example, it's one that's numbered, and it's actually a Java applet that I wrote, and it's on my website. I'll link it in the description and in the annotations, so you can just open it up and maybe do your own. Practice the techniques, I guess, that I'll be teaching you. And let's just get started. And well, actually, first, let's just explain how I'm going to do it. Is a lot of people do first row, second row, third row, fourth row. Some people do this outer edges and then the inner edges on that and the last square. I do it a little bit different. I don't know if it's the fastest way. I can do it, and you'll be able to do it in and you will be able to do it in a minute, under a minute, almost every time. And the way that I do it is I solve the first row, the second row, and then these squares, 9 and 13, and then the ones next to it, 10 and 14. And then these will automatically pretty much be solved once you have that done. And the good thing about doing it this way is once you have a certain row, like this row, you don't have to mess it up when you're doing the second. Once you have this row, and this row, you don't have to mess any of that up while doing these. So let's just get started. So the first thing you want to do is move the 1 to the top left. We're going left to right, and that's pretty easy. If you have trouble moving a single square up there, then the rest is going to be pretty hard. And next we want to move the 2 up. Easiest way to do that is open up a space underneath, put the 2 in, and then slide these down and then slide the 2 up. And then these last 2 squares are a little harder. Not that was pretty easy, but they just require a little bit more technique. And what you want to do is a lot of people try to put the 3 in first, and then I'll show you, and then they'll get this. And they'll be like, oh no, it's the wrong way. So what you want to do instead is put the 4 in first, like put the 4 underneath first, and then put the 4 where the 3 should go, and then take the 3 and put it underneath. And once you have that, you slide the 4 over and put the 3 in, since you're blocked off over here. And then basically that's how you're going to do the next 2 underneath for the second row too. So let's just moving 5 and 6 over is just like 1 and 2. You just move them over till they get there. They're already cooperating. They're both there. So then 7, that's not what you want there. You want to put 8 there because 8's on the far right. So let's just put 8 there. And you see once 8 there, 7 will just pop it in underneath, and then you can move down and then move over and up. And then that's the first 2 rows. We don't have to worry about any of that. And then so now we're on to the last 2 steps, which are these 2 and these 2. I'm going to start with these 2, obviously left to right still. And it's kind of a reverse of what we did here. And for this row, we'll need 1, 5, 9, and then 13. So the way we're going to do this is you want to get 13 here or here, and then 9 next to it, so that you can slide over and then slide 13 down, and then slide 9 in. And I'll show you how that'll work. So basically, this is it. You'll want to get 13 like here and 9 right behind it, so then you can move them over, move these down, and then slide 13 down and slide 9 in. And let's just see and then basically I'll just explain how you can get that done. It's the same way with 10 and 14, but now you have even less room. I had it done here by 10 and 14 just out of pure luck, but sometimes you'll get I'm gonna try and mess it up. Sometimes you'll get it so it isn't quite like that. Let's see here. Nope. Trying to mess it up, but I can't. Alright, there we go. So a lot of times you'll get stuck like this. You'll be disappointed because 10, 14, you need them flip-flopped. So what you want to do is move 14 down to the bottom, and then take that 10 and then move it over. I call it kicking out, but you want to move it over so that you can move 14 to get it. So that you move 14 so you can get 10 in the place behind it instead of the place in front of it. So to do that, you're just going to move 14 down, move 10 over, and then move this. I guess as is a little specific, but basically you just want to get 10 under this position. So if you have something like this, you want to get 10 there. So to do that, move over and then move 10 this way, this, and move 10 over. And then you can start moving these around, and once 14 is in the right position, you can just move it over, and then 10 will be ready to move over behind it. Something like that. And it's the same for 9 and 13 and 4 and 10. And once you do that, you can move those in, And then, like I said, no matter what you do with these, click them enough, they'll be in the right position if it's a valid 4x4 puzzle, which all of mine are, and most of the ones you're playing should be, unless it's a real one and you pop some squares out, because then you could have really messed it up. Let's see how I'm doing on time, 5 minutes. So basically that's how you do it. I'm just going to do a really quick solve just to show you. You'll see, I'll try and talk you through it, just to show you that it's how easy it really is, and that you can do it in pretty much under a minute. So there's the 1, I'm moving the 2 over. Now I'm going to go move the 4 up there. Next we got to look for the 3, because we got to move the 3 behind it, or underneath it rather, and slide down, 3 up, and then we got to move the 5 over. The 6 is still there. This is kind of similar to the last puzzle I did, but it is different. And then we got to move the 8 up over there. So 8's up, and then move the 7 underneath. And then once that's done, move these down and pop it in. 7, 8, and then 9 and 13. So let's move these over. You see, this is what I was talking about. This time they're in the, or actually they're in the right order still. Yeah, okay, they're still in the right order. And then 14 and 10, still in the right order. That wasn't a very good example because these were already ready to go. So I guess I'll just do one more really quick if you're still watching. If not, whatever. I'll just talk you through it once more. So basically we're going to move the 1 over, and the 2, and then the 4 and the 3. So just get the 4 here, and then once the 4 is there, move around to get 4 up, move the 3 underneath it, and then move 4 over, put 3 in, 5 up, 6, and then 8, and then move the 7 up, and then move these down, 8 over, 7 up, 13, 9. Here we go. This time it's not right. So basically you'll see what I'm going to do is I'll move, we have it flip-flopped, so I'll move the 13 down and then move the 9, kick it out this way, and then adjust it, and then once it's ready, move the 9 back in, move them down. And then I think the 14 and the 10 are done. A lot of times these last 2 steps will be done. And then, well, it was exactly a minute. But basically that's how you do a sliding puzzle. Once again, links in the description, annotations. Check it out, give it a go, comment, like, subscribe, favorite, whatever. And thanks for watching.